What's up, party people? Welcome back to my channel. So you'll have to excuse me in this video. I know it's another low volume one. I have to be quiet. It's almost 1:30 in the morning right now, and I just couldn't wait till tomorrow. Just kick up the volume and bear with me because I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it. And yes, I've got my microphone on a box that I'm holding because I've got a person asleep in this room right over here, like a wall away, and this room right over here a wall away. So I gotta be quiet. So the reason I'm so late is because I was inspired by my makeup today to do a video about the best long-wearing products for the summertime. Products that will withstand heat, oil, sweating, being out in the sun, being out in the humidity. So yeah, it's 1:23 in the morning right now, and obviously I don't have video footage to show you what time I got done with my makeup this morning because I didn't plan on doing this video, so you'll just have to trust me on it. I left the house around 11:30 this morning, so that would mean that I probably got done around 10:45 or 11 o'clock. So we are going on 15 hours of wear with this makeup with no touch-ups, no blotting, nothing except just reapplication of the lips. And I mean, I may be a little arrogant in saying this, but I think I look pretty good. I was outside at like an outdoor event for about 3 hours today. So I was out in like 100-degree weather almost. I was sweating. I had sunglasses on. Felt it just beating up underneath the foundation. And then I got in the car and I was just like, oh my God. Not to mention I was going in and out of my car for about 2 or 3 hours after that. So I've been out in the heat for a very long time today. And then I came home and took a nap where I was laying on my face. I'm telling you, this is like life proof. Not to mention, almost everything I have to talk about today is affordable. The exception of like one product, but I've got a little workaround to make it more affordable. Now, I do want to point out that some of these products you will see in upcoming videos. At first I was hesitant because I don't want people to think that I'm doing the same video over and over and just changing the title and just regurgitating the same information. Then I was like, no, wait a second. I'm so tired of hearing creators talk about a product one time and hype it up and make it out to be like it's the best thing in the world, and then you never hear about it again. And it's like I'm spending my hard-earned money on these products that people are telling me it's the best thing since sliced bread. They never use it again. And it's just this continuous, like, endless cycle of buying products and then like replacing with something else. So yeah, enough chit chat. Let's go and get into it. Okay, first let's talk eyeliner. So I usually try to steer clear of eyeliners because I feel like a lot of times they can just cause more harm than good. They can, you know, sink into your inner and outer corner and cause that little like buildup of product, and that's just not very attractive. But these are water resistant, waterproof, and I'm telling you, they will last through almost everything. These are the Essence Extreme Lasting Waterproof Eye Pencils. Creamy, they're super intense, and they really do hold up well. And no transferring, no smearing, smudging, nothing like that. They set down pretty fast where like when they set, they don't budge. But as you're applying it, there's enough forgiveness with the formula to where you have time to actually like work with it and manipulate it to if you want to do like a wing, if you want to smudge it out a little bit. Like, it's just top-notch eyeliner. I think it's like $3 or $4. If you want a pen liner, because those are the creamy like gel pencil kind of liners, this is the Matte Queen pen liner. I'm not sure the exact name because it's not on here, but I have the shades black and brown. First off, it has the same kind of applicator pen as pretty much all the other good ones on the market. Like, there's nothing really special about it, but it makes such a really nice line. Like, it's not squiggly, it's not bleedy, nothing like that. Like, it's just such a nice smooth line. Again, it doesn't like swim down to my inner and outer corner to where it causes that buildup. And even if I have a wing, like, it's really hard to do a wing in the summertime, especially if you, like, my eyes sweat. Is that normal? I'm always doing this. Like, I'm always like pushing up the little like drool from the eyeliner. It doesn't happen with this. So yeah, another really good one if you like a pen, then I would go with the Matte Queen. This is a Korean product, by the way, so you can find it on Yes Style, and I think you can find it on Amazon as well. Or face primer. Good face primers are really hard to come by. Most of the time they don't work. They will just kind of act like a smoothing barrier, like, but they don't really improve the wear of your makeup. You'll have primers that will they'll kind of clash with your foundation or whatever, and these two primers have been such holy grails to me. Like, these two have been like foolproof. So the first one is the No. 7 Lift and Luminate Primer. You've probably never heard of this one because no one talks about No. 7 makeup, but I'm telling you, this is one of the best face primers I've ever tried. At first glance, like, there's nothing really special about this. It has a slight bit of illumination factor. Like, it's got very fine gold shimmer that you can't see on the skin, but it just gives you like an added radiance, but not too much. Like, if you have oily skin like me, it's not gonna make you super oily or, you know, greasy or anything. It kind of blurs your skin to a degree, but not really a whole lot. Like, it really doesn't fill in your pores or anything. So like I said, like, at first glance, it's pretty basic, but I'm not joking. Every single time I wear this, I end up being super impressed with my makeup. My face always looks fresh. Like, it stays looking fresh a lot longer. It's pure magic. And then the other one that I've really been enjoying is the NYX Plump Right Back Electrolyte Plumping Serum Primer. It's a gripping primer, but it doesn't have like an extreme amount of grip to where like when you touch your face, like, it doesn't pull your skin, but it's just enough to where it kind of locks onto your foundation. But it really does improve the wear of your makeup. Like, every time I wear this, my makeup lasts so well. That's That's the point of the video. You get it by now. It really gives you a pretty like glow, a really pretty radiance, but it's not over the top. Mascara is also kind of a tricky one because anything near the eyes, it could be a hard time. This is no joke, probably the most long wearing mascara that I have in my collection right now. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High in the shade Cosmic Black. And I know, look, this is better than the original. Some people say the Cosmic Black is just a darker shade of black, and some people say it's a completely different formula. I think it's a different formula. Like, I think it's just a little bit tweaked. The original Sky High is also really good for being long wearing, but there's just something about this one, like the intensity of the black and the effect is just, it's bigger, it's blacker. It definitely gives more length than volume and fullness, but it's still just, it gives you that really like open, doll-eyed, very wide awake kind of effect. It really pushes your lashes back. It holds a curl really well. What's the most impressive about this is the wear. And keep in mind, I have not touched my eyes since 11 o'clock today, okay? I've not taken a Q-tip and flaked anything away. I haven't erased any smudging or anything. Like, what you see right now is how it's worn like for 15 hours in the heat and sweating. It is not flaked. It is not smudged, not smeared, not transferred. Like, the blackness is still intense. Like, it hasn't faded to this ugly like gray black to where it makes your eyes look really dull, just very like sallow. I'm not sure if this is one, but it kind of seems like a tubing mascara. The next one that I have really come to love and trust is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Liquid Lip Color. So the first day that I truly came to love this was a couple weeks ago. I was doing a wedding. I was doing makeup for a wedding. I didn't do any touch-up. So I had my lipstick on for, I think it was close to 6 hours. It was about 5 or 6 hours. One of the bridesmaids was like, what's on your lips? Like, what are you wearing right now? Have you not touched up at all? This is what I was wearing. I'm going to show you the other thing I was wearing with it, but this is seriously so amazing. If you're someone like me that hates matte, if you have dry lips that just tend to be parched, like I always carry my Aquaphor, my Equate Beauty healing ointment. This is what I use for lip balm. It's literally the size of hand cream, but only God can judge me. This is everything a liquid lipstick should have been to begin with. I'm actually wearing the shade 15 Peachy right now, which is a really pretty peachy nude, but it's got a nice amount of brown to it to where it's not so peachy that it makes your teeth look yellow. But it has a perfect amount of shine to it and just comfortability and hydration, but it has the staying power. It's not sticky feeling, it's not tacky, like it's just so comfortable. Now, I will say when I first started using it, I wasn't over the moon about it like I am now, and I think it's because I didn't shake it. Like, you kind of have to shake it. I learned this from someone on TikTok because I didn't read the instructions. My bad. Now, the real magic combination is that paired with the Maybelline lifter glosses. Like, this is the ticket. And I don't know why no one talks about it, but plumping glosses will always improve the wear of your lip products. Like, everything I've tried, like every plumping gloss I've tried always improves the wear of my lip product. But these lifter glosses, I'm telling you, like, I usually don't get the hype in viral products, but these are viral for a very good reason. Another one I really enjoy is Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I have a bunch of shades in these too. I think I actually like the Maybelline lifter glosses better, but they're pretty similar. So this is also one that kind of has that tingly kind of feeling. It's plumping, which it's not really plumping. It's just, you get some tingle. So for cheek products, something that I like to do during the summertime especially is layer my cheek products. Like, I'll layer cream products underneath powder products, because if you want your makeup to wear, that's the best way to do it. Do your cream and liquid cheek products first, and then go on top with powder cheek products that are like a similar kind of shade. I love the ColourPop Super Shock blushes. These, I've always said, are like stains for your cheeks. Like, not stains in that they're going to leave stains and you're not going to be able to get them off, but like they hold up so well. Like, look at this. Like, there is still color on my face after 15 hours. So pigmented, they're super blendable and easy to work with. Like, they just completely melt into your skin and just completely unify. They don't melt down throughout the day and just fade and, you know, just sweat off with your skin. Also, the shades themselves, especially if you have one that has like shimmer in it. Like, I have the shades Drop of Hat and No Way, which are my current favorite ones right now. They have a really pretty glow to them. So you get that really nice, like, summery kind of look, but they're not gonna, you know, completely sweat off. Now, if you're someone that doesn't like cream blushes, I also have some options for you. The Milani Baked blushes are ones I've had in my collection and have been a long time fan of. Probably one of the most like trusted blushes in my collection. Like, if I want to make sure that my makeup lasts, like, I don't want to take any chances, I don't want to try anything new, this is what I use. Shades are beautiful. I wish they had more shades, actually. I don't know why after all this time they don't have more shades in their collection, but whatever. Milani, they have a really, really pretty glow, but not too much to where it just looks like, you know, shine and just big chunks of sparkle and shimmer on your face. Like, the shimmer in here is so finely milled, like it almost looks like you have a highlighter on. My favorite shades are Luminoso, which is a really pretty like summery coral. Bella Bellini is so under talked about. Like, no one talks about the shade for some reason, but it's kind of like a NARS Orgasm kind of shade. And then Dolce Pink is another one that doesn't get enough love. Like, this is a beautiful, kind of like a NARS Orgasm, but a little more toned down. Bella Bellini has a little more coral and a little more of like a gold sheen throughout, but this one's a little more just of a basic pink, but it still has that really pretty gold shimmer where it looks like highlighter. So absolutely amazing formula. Believe Beauty has some of the best cheap products of all time, and no one ever talks about it because you don't get commission from an affiliate link. So that's how you know that I really like love makeup. I'm not in this just for the money, because I can't direct you to an affiliate link where I get money. If you buy through it, like these, you have to go in store. You can't buy these online, and I don't care. So these Believe Beauty Born 2 blushes, if you can still find these, because I think that they were replaced with another blush, but if you can find these, grab them all. I have several shades, but just to show you a couple, I have the shades Wink and Rosy Glow. So I'm actually wearing Wink right now, which looks like scarily intense. This color looks so youthful on the skin. Like, I don't care what color you are. If you are a lighter skin tone, a deeper skin tone, this is for you. And because it's so intense, like the color is so vivid, I feel like that actually kind of works in its favor because it makes it last longer. Like, I've had this on, again, not touched up, for 15 hours now, going on 16. It's now 2:11 in the morning, and the color is still so pretty. I mean, obviously I took a nap earlier and I was just kind of, flip-flopping around, so it's kind of faded a little bit, but it holds up so well. So I think they replaced them with these, which are the Major Monochrome Matte and Shimmer Blush Duos. I also have several shades in these. I think I've got everything that Believe Beauty offers because I'm obsessed. So on one side you have a satiny matte kind of blush, and then you have like a blush topper / highlighter, which is a little more shimmery. You can mix them together, which is absolutely phenomenal. Or you can wear them separately, where you have this as a highlighter, and it's just so gleamy and beautiful. It's just so finely milled and buttery. It's the same formula as this one in my opinion. It's just they're split in half, which, I mean, who really needs it, but it's there. Going along with that, the Believe Beauty bronzers are I want to soak myself in these. First, I had the In the Tropics bronzing powder. Like, I thought they were discontinued for these Marbleized bronzers, but I'm still seeing them in some Dollar General. So if you can find these, this is everything. This is pretty much a dead-on dupe for the Becca Sunlit bronzing powders. Is that what they're called? Which are, they were always pretty underrated before Becca, rest in peace. This looks like you've been out, you've got a suntan, you got some coloring to you, you've got your vitamin D. It's just so smooth and just buttery. They also have these Sunstruck Marbleized bronzers. They have several shades in these too. It has a very fine, like mega finely milled shimmer to it, to where like it's not detectable on the skin. Like, if you have oily skin, don't worry about looking like shiny or glowy or anything. I feel like that's a problem that people have. They think that if they don't use matte, then like in those areas where they're applying the bronzer, it's gonna look greasy or sweaty or oily. No, girl. Because a satiny, almost shimmer, like a little bit of shimmer kind of bronzer is literally the ticket. The ticket to golden goddessness. Yeah, I have two shades. I have Golden Sienna and was this one, Sunkissed Honey. Sunkissed Honey is a little bit darker. They hold up so freaking well on the skin. It's actually hard to believe. They're also really buildable. So you can build them up to where they're, pretty dark and pretty intense, or just kind of sheer it down and just give like a very light wash of color. Another cream bronzer that works really well and is super long wearing that I trust for my oily skin in the summertime is the Wet n Wild, what is it called? It's the Oaks on You, the bronzer stick or whatever. What is it? You know what I'm talking about. I don't have that one now because I ran out and I'm trying to use up what I've got before I repurchase it, but that one's a really long wearing one. Okay, now we're getting into the products that really can make or break everything. This is the base. Like, this is what you need to get right. So I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This is my ride or die. Literally one of the best foundations on the market in my opinion. This is one that seriously looks good with every combination of products, with every powder, every concealer, every setting spray. Lasts all day long. It is waterproof. It is full coverage. It's buildable, but it's not heavy and thick feeling on the skin, and never looks cakey and never gets dry looking. It's so lightweight and just natural feeling and just natural looking. Like, you get the coverage, but it somehow looks natural. People were talking about it for a while and then it just kind of died out, but let's kick this back up. This next one is one that's pretty new to my collection, and normally I'd feel kind of premature in saying this, like putting it in this type of video, but no, it's proven itself. Kentucky has had one of the hottest, most humid summers I've ever felt. Literally feels like I'm trapped in a box underground most of the time. Like, it is super uncomfortable. And this foundation has proven itself numerous times now this summer and has very quickly made its way up to like ride or die OG status. And that is a new Ulta Beauty Complexion Crush foundation. It took one day of using this to blow my mind. Medium coverage, but it is really buildable. Like, you can build it up to almost full coverage. It kind of depends on how much you have to cover up, but I've worn this when I've had like major acne breakouts. Like, my skin's been very inflamed, very irritated, and it still covers them up. So I'm gonna say, reach for the sky. This is the epitome, like the definition of what a natural satin finish foundation should look like. And I feel like natural satin finish foundations don't really get the hype they should get. It's not too dewy, it's not too matte, so it's going to work for every skin type. But I've worn this at least a handful of times now where I've been outside all day, I've been sweating, I've had glasses on, it's been super humid, very hot, and when I get back in, I look at my face and it's just like, oh my God, this stuff is legit. I don't know how it's so long wearing considering it doesn't really claim to be. Like, there's really actually put pretty minimal claims on here. It just says buildable coverage with a natural finish. So I don't know why they're selling themselves short. For concealer, this has become my #1 concealer. Like, if you were to ask me, Ashley, what's your best concealer recommendation? This one. The #7 Lift and Luminate Serum Concealer is the best. Shade range sucks ass. Why? There are only like 4 shades that are all in the light category. Don't get it. But formula wise, if you can find a shade in this, you need to. Most of them crease at least a little bit, which I allow a little bit of creasing because I understand that skin to skin can't completely eliminate movement because it's going to happen. Like the under eye area, I think I heard someone say that it's like the sphincter muscle, like it's like your butthole. Somehow this just kind of moves with your skin. Like it doesn't settle, it doesn't crease, it doesn't like break down throughout the day. I would say it's a medium to full coverage. Like it's buildable. When you layer it, it never looks cakey. Like it never looks super heavy and thick. Like it doesn't look like you're layering it. This is again a natural satin finish. And why are we not talking about these more? I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and seeing this stupid box with a microphone like 2 inches from my mouth, and I'm so sorry. Okay, powder. I'm not super big on powders anymore. Like I feel like I've kind of turned a new leaf with them. I do think there's a time and place for them. Like I do think that they do play a role, but it's so hard to find good ones, and it's so hard to find a good technique that actually makes the powders look good. So this is the only non-affordable product in this video, but if you find this on Mercari or eBay or something, like if you can find it used, I know it sounds kind of weird, but just it's very easy to clean off. Like you can definitely look up videos on how to clean these off. The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powders are literally my favorite powders. I love my Hard Candy loose powder, which I've talked about in numerous videos. I guess I should probably throw that in here too. This one right here, the Chilling Wonder Hydrating Powder from Hard Candy, is seriously one of the best. Like this is the best loose powder that I've tried, and this is the best pressed powder. This one definitely is hydrating, but it definitely improves the wear of everything, but it never looks cakey and thick and heavy, and it never looks like you've actually got powder on. Like you look set, but you don't look overly matte. But this is another one that I trust for the summertime, like for sure. So I wasn't gonna put it in here because I've talked about this one so much, and I was trying to keep this video a little more like condensed, but you know what? It deserves an honorable mention, so here you go. But yeah, this one is the best pressed powder. Like it has a little bit of coverage to it, not much. Like they have different shades in this, like skin tone shades, but honestly, like they're almost like they're almost translucent. I carry the shade Light Plus on me in my purse, but this one's in the shade Light Medium. And I mean, like you can see color when you swatch it and stuff, but it kind of diffuses into your skin so well that it turns almost translucent. Look at that. Like you can't see that I have a coverage top powder on there. So it's definitely very forgiving. It sits on the skin so porelessly and just flawlessly. Like whenever I wear this, my makeup will seriously last through every natural disaster. Your skin just looks really like breathable, very natural, very skin-like. It controls my oil, but not too much. Like it's almost kind of like time released. Whenever you first apply it, like you are matte, but it's not so matte to where there's no luminosity or sheen whatsoever. Like you don't look lifeless. And then throughout the day when I start getting kind of oily, like I can feel it kind of building up underneath. It's almost like it kicks into gear and it starts mattifying and absorbing the oil. Like it's magical. I do want to point out that powder is important, okay? But the way you set it, like what tool you use with it, is also equally as important. Using a powder puff is literally the best way to apply powder. Like there's no better way. So get a little bit of product on there, flick off the excess if you have to, and just go around and just tap it very lightly. Like you don't want to drag, you don't want to rub. That's just going to disrupt everything. Don't do that. You just want to tap in the areas where you need a little extra like oomph, like a little extra longevity. So for example, for days like today where I know I'm going to be going outside, it's going to be really hot and humid, I'll just go around kind of the perimeter of my cheek products, like pretty much all through here. There's no product on here. I'm just kind of showing you what I do. I set my under eyes. I set the size of my nose. I set my T-zone. So pretty much anywhere that a cheek product didn't touch, that's why I set with powder. And then last, but certainly not least, setting sprays. Setting sprays for some reason are kind of controversial. Like you have people that will just swear up and down they work, and then you'll have people that I don't agree with that will say that setting sprays are useless and do nothing and they're not needed. And to those people, I say, you can sit down. Setting sprays can make or break your makeup, like your entire face. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray is kind of like the gold standard of setting sprays nowadays. It really does improve the wear of your makeup. However, it's like pretty expensive, but I think I found a dupe, okay? I think I found a dupe. The Revlon Color Stay Lock Setting Spray is, dare I say, the best setting spray at the drugstore. I think I'm gonna say it. This is seriously the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray at like a fraction of the price. And you know me, I do little experiments and tests all the time. So I had the Revlon Color Stay on this side and the Charlotte Tilbury on this side. And can you see a difference? Nope. I've been using the Revlon one for longer than the Charlotte Tilbury, but it seriously will improve the wear of my makeup for hours and hours and hours. I guess no one talks about this because it's Revlon, and Revlon doesn't really get a lot of like notoriety, but listen, we're gonna put them back in business. All right, guys, that is it for this video, and I'm now at 16 hours of wear. Look at this right here, it's 2:52. I'm pretty impressed. So if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you get a big old thumbs up. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. Just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Ignore the backdrop, that's behind the scenes, it's not for you. Subscribe if you're not already for more affordable beauty content, and turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.